Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. You may notice something is missing. The Harley is gone. I sold the Harley. I'm very happy about it. I was not loving my Harley. I'm glad it's gone. And let me show you the new bike I got. Also, we are still working on the truck. We're just waiting on parts. I was riding Tristan's bike the other day, which he's my long lost brother if you didn't know that. But Tristan, I was riding his bike and then I hopped back on my Harley and I was like, this bike sucks. So I'm done with the Harley. I quit it. I traded it in for a ZX-10R. I've been saying this for weeks, saying this for months. I've been saying this for a long time. This has been like one of my at the top of my list to get bikes. I've been waiting to get this bike for forever and I finally just jumped on it, did it. I'm very, very happy. Let me tell you some stuff about this bike that I love. First off, it came with a lot of accessories. So it came with a set of rear sets. They had to take them off though at the dealership because they couldn't sell it to me because the brake lever activator didn't activate the brake light. So I have them, I just need to reinstall them, but they don't activate this. But anytime I'm using the rear brake, I'm using the front brake anyways, so that light will be on either way, so I don't really care. But yeah, M4 exhaust, it sounds beautiful, sounds perfect. Just some little bits, like some little engine covers and stuff. The tail delete, there used to be an ugly little like ducktail on it, that's gone now. But overall, like this is different. This used to be clear. Like there's just several upgrades on here that are like very, very good upgrades. So this is a 2023, so it's not brand new. It had like 3,200 miles on it, not very many. It had a lot of upgrades and stuff, so it made it worth it for me to get. I can't tell you how much I love this bike, riding it every single day. I've ridden it every single day since I've gotten it. And I just can't get over that feeling of just, it's so good, dude. When I'm riding it, it's just got power, it's ready to roll, it's like fun. You know, I thought it would be more uncomfortable than it is, but I rode it to Payson the other day with my dad and Tristan. It's fine. Honestly, my feet were a little hurting, but my back was fine. Like overall, I felt very comfortable. I could probably do a couple hours on this bike and it wouldn't be too bad. I want to do a track day. That is another reason I got this bike in particular. I would like to be able to go and race it and see what I can do on the track. You know, I think that would be a ton of fun. But I am so excited for this bike and I'm so excited to take you guys on some rides, do some moto vlog content. So I love the really aggressive styling of the face. This is like one of my favorite things of the bike is just this front face of the bike. And the power is just perfect. It doesn't feel too overbearing like I thought it would. Like I thought it would be really hard to ride just because this is a 1000cc bike making right around 200 horsepower with a top speed of, I think it's like 186 stock. So it's probably like 190 now. I'll never be hitting that unless I'm on the track, but chain driven. So my Harley was belt driven, so that's a little bit different. There's just so many things to love about this bike. This thing is beautiful. I can't get over it. So a couple things I didn't like about my Harley after riding it for so long. My back hurt on it. That sounds stupid now that I'm sitting on this thing. That sounds stupid, I know. But the way I was sitting on the Harley, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I sat on it weird and it would hurt my back unless I had like a sleeping bag behind me to rest my back against. But I rode this thing for hours now and it's never once hurt my back. So I literally think it was just the way I was sitting on the Harley, the way my hands were, something. But I always had back troubles on that thing. So that was a big reason why I sold it. It didn't have much power. On the highway, it tops out at 80 miles an hour, which sounds fine, right? But there's, you know, times where your friends are cruising a little bit faster, you know? It can't match that. The Harley couldn't. I was always holding people back. Everyone was slowing down for me, you know? I'm very happy I got rid of my Harley. It just wasn't quite what I wanted in a bike, and I think I found what I wanted in a bike for sure. It's quick, fun, like it checks a lot of the boxes I wanted. The Harley, the throttle sucked, the clutch was very, very heavy. Every time I hit traffic and pulled in that clutch a couple times, my hand was hurting. You know, it was a very rough clutch. Close that chapter of my life, you know, the Harley, badass biker, you know. Close that chapter, it's gone. I'm ready for something new, give the sport bike life a try out. And so far, I much prefer it over having a Harley. You know, only time will tell. Maybe I'll get tired of this and then move on to like, I like the Kawasaki Vulcans. Those aren't bad. So the reason I went with a 1000cc instead of a 600, the 636 motor that Kawasaki makes. So from what when I was talking to a guy, he said a ZX6R is best if you're just doing like track stuff. But if you're doing both, the ZX10 is better because you got the 1000cc, it's extra power, extra, you know, everything. It's kind of a good in between, you know. The 636 is pretty quick too. That's right around probably what my dad's bike is when I was looking at the stats and everything. But this came with a lot of upgrades, like this baby steering stabilizer, or the stabilizer I think is what it's just called. This came with that, so I would have had to buy that anyways because either way I'm getting the stabilizer, you know. Came with cruise control. This sounds stupid, but on the way to Payson I used it. Oh my goodness, it is so nice to be able to just release your right hand for a minute, give it a brake. It came with Brembo brakes, upgraded suspension. It came with a lot of upgrades over the ZX6R. So I went with the ZX10. It just, everything I wanted and more was on this bike, and it came with some extra speed and stuff. So I'm not complaining. I do prefer this over the ZX6R, and I've been on a handful of bikes already, so I know I can handle what it's given me. If there's one thing nothing else can beat, it is this screen. Look at this. So it comes with two different screens. This is my first time actually using the other screen. This screen is, I kind of like it better, except for I don't get to see how much gasoline I've used. So the gas gauge is a little weird. Instead of it being like bars and here's how much you have left, I've used, you know, it's a 4.5 gallon tank, so I've used 3.5, so I have a gallon left. It tells me how much I've used, not how much I have left. Very interesting system you guys got there, but I don't mind it. I just hate that I have to reset it every single time I fill up, but I do really like this screen. I have like different rider modes. I was on sport for a while. I started out on rain. Rain felt fine. I did sport on the way back from the dealership, and sport felt fine. Like the difference between the two really didn't feel that crazy to me. Overall, this screen looks beautiful. So it's already got a tune and everything on it because they added the exhaust. So I literally don't have to do anything for this bike. I just have to ride it and have fun. That's another big reason I like going with this one. It came with a whole box of like the old parts. So if I wanted to add the passenger seat and the passenger pegs, I could. You know, I have that option. Same with this, if I wanted this to be clear, although I really like the dark appearance to it instead of the clear one. So I'm probably gonna keep literally everything that's on the bike currently. It's set up perfectly. And yeah, that screen, 10 of 10, baby. It's beautiful. The only thing I wish it had different like screen options. There's only two. There's like the original way the ZX10s were made, and then there's this one, and I definitely prefer this one over. This one looks good. So I'm very happy to announce I got this bike. I can't wait to do some moto vlogs with it, I think is what they call them. I'm very excited to just keep riding this thing all over the place and have a blast with it, do some rides with my dad, Tristan, that whole thing. So thank you all for watching today's video, and I think I made a right choice. Let me know what you think down in the comments, if I made a mistake or not. But thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.